Sri Lanka won the toss. Ranatunga elected to bat. Owens bowling to Roshan Mahanama. Stroked away through mid-on. A good stroke there. Long chase for Andrew Jones, but he won't get to it. The outfield a bit slow near the ropes. Mahanama strokes this one beautifully backward of point. That's 4. A glorious stroke to a over-pitch delivery from Michael Owens. Owens into him once more and clipped away through mid-wicket. That's one of his favourite strokes. That'll be 4. He timed and picked that gap up very well. Here's Grant Brandman, the next change in the New Zealand team, and that's 4 through extra cover, 4 runs. The Sri Lankan 50 coming up in 55 minutes, an over-pitch delivery and 4 more, full toss. Bradburn into him. Flights and stroked away on the onside past the bowler. 1 more to Roshan Mahanama. And that's his 50, so he's into the 50s for the 6th time in as many matches. The pitch expected to take turn. Harris into the attack, bowls to Mahanama and on the half volley through the covers, 4 more. That was a pretty loose delivery from Chris Harris. Harris expected to take much of the bowling, but Mahanama in such good form. Up to him, balls and stroked away through mid-wicket. That'll be 4 more. Timed it well, and he's been playing that stroke so well, and New Zealand cannot afford to bowl. Now taking strike from Chris Pringle. Bowls to him and stroked away through cover, 4 runs. Good shot there, timed it well. Owens into Hathurusinga, bowls full toss, driven firmly but straight to Harris at cover, and he takes a comfortable catch, and Hathurusinga departs, and a pretty loose delivery but stroked on the front foot straight to cover, and that ball outside the line of the off stump to Hathurusinga was full stretch, and he miscued that stroke straight to Chris Harris, who accepted that catch, and that was the breakthrough New Zealand were really working for. And Owens delighted, picks up his 3rd wicket in Test cricket, but in so much of a disappointing fashion for Chandika Hathurusinga. He batted throughout this morning, he worked very hard, but he was out. And that's his 13th one, through mid-wicket once more. Walking inside the line of that delivery, pitched up to him and then flicking it. Owens into Gurusinga, the new batsman, strokes away on the offside. He found the gap that time, could reach the boundary. Long chase there for Jones, he won't get to it. 4 more. Pringle into Mahanama, strokes it away through the gully area. That will be his 100. Jones the fielder. Splendid innings there from Roshan Mahanama, coming with the aid of 14 boundaries, and he has batted so well. Gurusinga facing up to Bradburn. Well flighted and off the back foot he punched that one. Long chase there for the fielder, but he won't get to it. 4 runs. Sri Lanka cruising along. Bradburn, and he's gone straight down the leg side, and Gurusinga nowhere near playing it. Came inside the line, and he was always in trouble as he came forward, as we see the action replay. He was in 2 minds, and he lifted his back foot, and Parore in a flat. Pringle into him, balls, he edges it, and he's gone. Parore takes a simple catch, and Pringle takes his 1st wicket on the Sri Lankan leg of the tour in Test matches. A pretty loose stroke there from Aravinda De Silva, and he faced only 4 deliveries. So that's the 2nd victim for the New Zealand wicketkeeper, as Pringle is delighted outside the line of the off stump, and pretty early there for Aravinda De Silva to play that stroke, and off and edge the ball flies to the wicketkeeper. So Sri Lanka losing their 3rd wicket. So Ranatunga expecting to play a responsible innings, and that's one of his favourite strokes. Excellently clipped through the mid-wicket field, 4 runs. The field now spread out and pretty overcast conditions. Mahanama stroking away and beautifully taken there by Bradburn, diving forward, and that's the important wicket New Zealand were looking forward to. Inside the line, and Mahanama played it uppishly. He couldn't control that one, and at mid-wicket Bradburn diving forward, a splendid catch there from him. He really worked that one up and held on to it, diving forward, always eyes on the ball, and Owens picks up his 2nd wicket. Against Australia, he scored 132 in the same ground. And Bradburn into him. Bowls and Ranatunger backcuts firmly. 4 more. That's a good stroke. Straying down the offside, Sua, and Ranatunger straight into the drive. Sua into him now. Bowls. And once more through the covers. 4 more. That's his 6th boundary. And he is really hitting that ball. But the umpire not interested. Bradburn to the Sri Lankan captain, who strokes it away on the offside. 4 more. Coming up at a very crucial time, the 50 partnership. The next ball turned away by Ranatunger. Pringle once again straying down the leg side. Jones the fielder. And Hashan Tillakaratne and Arjuna Ranatunger, they are putting up a good partnership. Hashan Tillakaratne drives the Grant Bradburn through the covers, wide off mid-off. That will be his first boundary. Ranatunger, it is taking strike from Bradburn. Flighted and dancing down the track that time through the half volley. 4 runs. Ranatunger edges. Lucky to see the back of the Sri Lankan captain out to a poor stroke there, playing away from the body and really not getting to the pitch of that one. So that's the 3rd victim there for Adam. And that's the 5th wicket down, with the total at 274. And Ranatunger faced 136 deliveries, hit 10 boundaries. Sua into Hashan Tillakaratne, the balls, and he plays him well. Control that one through square leg. That'll be 4. Turning and then hitting it, controlling the stroke away from any of the fielders, and that's his 3rd boundary. So Tillakaratne on to 22. Sua into him. Bowls and he drives firmly through the covers, and that's another glorious stroke from the Sri Lankan left-hander. And having put on 92 runs with his captain, he's in good touch. Edged that one through to the first slip. Rutherford is delighted. Gavin Wickremesinghe departs, and that's the 6th wicket down, with the total at 286. A poor stroke there from Gavin Wickremesinghe, coming onto the back foot, away from the line of the delivery and away from his body. And a pretty simple chance there for Ken Rutherford at first slip, and the fielder made absolutely no mistake. Both hands to it, saw it through to him. The next ball, he edges it and is through to Parore. Umpire Summery has no hesitation. Sri Lanka lose their 7th wicket with the total at 316. And that particular delivery just outside the off stump and looking for the big drive. Lienage edges it through to the wicket keeper. But Owens into Tillakaratne, drives through the covers. That's a good looking stroke from Tillakaratne. He timed it well, should reach the boundary, but there's a long chase there for Hartland, but he won't get to it. And that's Tillakaratne's half century, his 3rd in Test cricket. Bowls and again short outside the off stump. He cut it well. 4 runs, backward of point. He is in good touch now. Short outside the off stump. Ideal height. Bradburn to Tillakaratne, given a lot of air and driven beautifully through mid-off, all along the ground, and Tillakaratne is very good touch now. Pringle once more turns, and this one very well turned away to fine leg. Should be 4. Yes, it is. Next ball flighted, and Anvasari drives firmly. That was a very loose delivery indeed, going down to the cover boundary and just stops inside it as the batsman completes 3 runs. Bradburn into Tillakaratne, and he swings him beautifully wide over mid-on, going down to the boundary. No stopping that one, and that's 4. Tillakaratne and Anvasari. Sua into Anvasari, and he drives firmly off the half volley on the offside. The ball running down to the boundary. His top score in Test cricket now. The next delivery, he cuts and he's gone, taken by Parore. That's his 5th victim, and the first time he has done so in Test cricket. And Bradburn picks up his 2nd wicket, and that was very unfortunate indeed for Tillakaratne. That ball away from the left-hander's off stump, really went after it, and he was out. To unnecessary balls, and he lofts him straight to the fielder there. and a top score of 24 there for Don Arnusari. He has played in 13 test matches and made his highest score in test cricket, 24 runs including 2 boundaries, and he batted for 134 minutes. 393 now. Next ball, he drives and he's gone, taken by Martin Crowe. That's his first catch in test cricket in Sri Lanka on this tour. Not to the pitch of that ball, it really came down the track and played uppishly. He's looking to clear the top, but played instead straight to Martin Crowe at cover, held on to a very good catch. He must be quite pleased with himself, and that's the end of the Sri Lankan innings with the total at 394. He's bowled extremely well, his best test figures of 4 for 101, and the Sri Lankan innings really built around Hashan Tillakaratne in the latter half as Sri Lanka come out with New Zealand having to bat. Gurusingha opening the attack. Bowls to right and he plays that stroke very well indeed. Gurusingha into right, drops it short outside his off stump and beautifully played through cover point. Muralitharan gives chase. Will he get to it? No, he won't. Don Arnusari into the attack, and the next ball driven on the onside. Long chase there for Chandika Hatrusingha at mid-on. Here's Chandika Hatrusingha into the attack. Bowls to John Wright, and that's through Gurusingha. That was not very good cricket. Jayananda Warnaweera, he could be the danger. Bowls to John Wright, and that ball is left to the batsman and he's charged out. So that's the first wicket down with New Zealand on 57. John Wright, the batsman, out is Andrew Jones. Warnaweera into Heartland, and Gurusingha takes a brilliant catch. He didn't wait for the umpire's decision. Well taken there. So New Zealand lose their second wicket with the total at 60 in the 24th over. And Heartland batting for 118 minutes, hit 1 boundary. Warnaweera giving that ball a lot of air on that occasion, and the ball going to Gurusingha on the second attempt. Safe hands on that occasion from the Sri Lankan closing fielder. Heartland did not wait for the umpire's decision. So that's a good breakthrough there. Muralitharan bowls to Martin Crowe. Bowls, press along, and he bowls. That one right through Martin Crowe. He couldn't believe that one, and out with the total at 63. And Warnaweera up to him. Bowls, awkward delivery there. Could be out. Caught. Yes, he's gone. Tillakaratne takes a brilliant catch there at forward short leg. One-handed, and Rutherford departs. That's the second New Zealand batsman out without scoring. 64 for 4 in the 28th over. And Warnaweera striking quite well. Got that one to nib off the wicket very hard. It gained height, and Rutherford in a lot of difficulty, and Hashan Tillakaratne holding on to a brilliant catch there. This is the 42nd over. The ball running down to backward to square. Muralitharan is there. He comes in very quickly, picks up and returns. Harris coming for the second. The wicket is broken and he's given out. Run out there by umpire Anandappa. And that's the 5th New Zealander out with the total at 88. And New Zealand in deep trouble. Harris batted for 56 minutes and he was run out for 9. Excellent cricket there by the Sri Lankans on that occasion. The next ball very loose with Sri Lanka attacking. There's no fielder there. The next ball played uppishly. He's gone. Beautifully taken once again by Tillakaratne at forward short leg. He was not to the pitch of that one, and he batted for 98 minutes and did not hit any boundary, and out in the 12th over of Jayananda Warnaweera. He was not to the pitch of that one. He was always in 2 minds playing it, and look at Tillakaratne. Excellent reflexes from him there at forward short leg. First he moved in the wrong direction, then diving full length. A superb left-handed catch there from him. Muralitharan up to Parore once more. Cut back a long way, and he's given out. LBW. The 7th New Zealand wicket down there with the total at 99. And he was there at the wickets for 22 minutes and scored 6 runs. And Muralitharan carrying his second wicket in the 11th over. That ball came a long way from well outside off stump. Well taken there at Tillakaratne at short leg. A brilliant catch. It was very firmly hit. And that's the 8th New Zealand wicket falling with the total at 101. No addition to the total. That was only the second delivery of the morning. On the leg stump, Bradburn went for the flick, hit it very hard, but straight to Tillakaratne. That's his third catch. Bowled him. That's a beautiful delivery for Lienege, his fourth for the morning, and Chris Pringle is beaten. Sheer pace, a very bad stroke indeed, and losing the 9th wicket, New Zealand are now 101. Muralitharan to Owens. Played uppishly but finds unnecessary at mid-on, so New Zealand all out, and that is their lowest total against Sri Lanka. With the run added, 102 all out. 4 Sri Lankans and 3 New Zealanders had career best performances yesterday. 292 runs behind on the first innings. Made to follow on, Hartland faces up to Lienege. Good stroke there, timed it well. On the onside, Warnaweera after it. Edged it past third slip. So that's the second boundary. Gurusingh into him, pulled it away, but straight to Muralitharan at square leg. So he takes the catch, and that's the first wicket down in the New Zealand second innings, with the total on 23. Hartland out for 21. Batted for 38 minutes and hit 3 boundaries. Short, he hit it, couldn't control it. Gurusingh to Jones. Played it well, wide of in the air, and Tillakaratne is there. He's gone. Jones was at the wicket for just 15 minutes. And that's the 4th catch in the match for Hashan Tillakaratne. And Crowe just swings him. He timed it very well. And that's a good stroke from Martin Crowe. And that's 6. Warnaweera into Crowe. Oh, played that one very well. A long chase. Once again, he picked that up very well. And that one, he really launched himself into that. We see the action replay. Gurusingh is the fielder. And he initially umpire Anandappa gave him out. Crowe on the attack. Another good stroke there. So he'll be hitting plenty of those strokes, and the ball very quickly into the boundary. And his 50 coming up in only 66 minutes of batting. Made room that time and struck it well through cover. That was another glorious stroke. He got right to the unnecessary dropping shot, and very well played through cover by Crowe on the back foot. Aravinda De Silva, the fielder, he did well to stop that ball from rolling over. 3 runs to Martin Crowe. The partnership really looking threatening. Aravinda De Silva, once again a big attempt, and Crowe really enjoying this. That was his century, coming up in 143 minutes of batting. This is the last over. Muralitharan to Martin Crowe, did not get hold of that one. Hashan Tillakaratne takes the catch, and that's the 3rd wicket down with the total on 189. Crowe on that occasion. He didn't quite get to the pitch of that one, and first Tillakaratne took evasive action, but eyes always on the ball. It was ballooning in the air, and finally the simplest of catches. Obviously, and Mahanama takes a good catch. Muralitharan in his 15th over. That was a good strike there. Right was looking dangerous. He had batted for a long time. Rutherford launching himself. Once again, Rutherford coming forward, driving into Rutherford. Upishly taken there by Sanath Jayasuriya, substituting. Minutes, hit 1-6 and 3 boundaries. 240 for 5 in the 65th over. A very comfortable catch. Denige to Parore. There's no fielder at third man, so that's the 250 up for New Zealand. Oh, that was a nice stroke there through cover. He timed that one well from the better fielders. Turned away and Tillakaratne is there. He's taken that catch. That's the 4th wicket for Muralitharan, and New Zealand are all out with a total at 361. 69 runs on, and Sri Lanka needing just 70 runs for victory. Tillakaratne joins a select band of 2 cricketers, Greg Chappell of Australia, and there is this total. A good, resolute batting performance. Muralitharan bowled exceptionally well. His best ever test figures up to the middle, and a big crowd. A lot of people gathered here. As neatly turned away of Owens. That'll be 4. Turned away once again. This time through slip and gully. Pringle to Hathurusinha, his favourite stroke there. Once again, well struck by Mahanama. He's batting absolutely brilliantly, using very good touch. Owens into Mahanama. Oh, he turned it well, and he timed it too. Wide of Sua, no stopping that one. Oh, he's gone, and Parore takes the 6th victim of the match. Batted for just 35 minutes, Mahanama, and scored 29 runs. Sua into him. No ball, and very well struck through the covers. And Gurusingha plays that one very well, back to the point. That's using a historic first win against New Zealand. There it's achieved, and it's all over with around 20 minutes remaining for tea, and the game finally won by Sri Lanka.